Cool.
Tiny stalked one too. And a shrimp inside the sponge.
Okay, full wide.
Now some of those glass sponges that have like that spiderweb looking thing over the opening. Just doing quick little estimate. There's some shrimp inside that don't look like they could get out. Is that like a lifetime decision, or can they just squeeze real tight?
I don't really know. It's a good question, though. Seems like life's picking up a bit. Saw a bunch more crinoids down there.
Keep moving higher and higher on this seamount.
This is a very nice, massive lava flow.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Looks like a brain in the Argus view.
Oh, cool. And thank you again to everyone joining us here on nautiluslive.org. Thanks for choosing to hang out with us at the bottom of the ocean. And a reminder that you can send in any questions you might have to that box right below the live stream.
Can we grab a sample from there now? Looks like there's a pile.
Yeah, stop ship.
Yep. Bridge nav.
What is that whirl on the rock?
Yeah,
Close to hold position.
Yeah, right there from where the lasers are.
Where did you see the whirl, Al?
Up from the lasers. It was, I don't know if it's a piece of a old sponge or something.
Can you zoom in there, video?
It's possible to get one to the right, in between those two boulders. Can you reach from here? See that?
Over here?
Yeah, that guy right there.
Yeah, okay. Zoom in there.
Another tunicate. They seem to be next to every rock I want.
Okay, pull wide.
Yeah, my good luck.
Take
critter.
this one, Kevin.
So we just need to look for the tunicates and you'll find your rocks.
I've noticed that your rock samples keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I've adjusted. So now I'm going to try to get the biggest ones I can get. All right. Huh. Got some distinguishing features. Some yellow spots. Looks good to me.
Where is it going?
Let's put that in the same box, F, because I can tell it apart.
probably stay on top of the other one too. So big.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Nav, can you drop a target there? 077?
Yes, I can.
And it looks like there's a Chrysogorgia to the top of the screen as well. There's the whirl.
Yeah, it looks like a dead sponge hanging down or something.
Yeah, zoom in there, video.
I was really hoping for a lava whirl in the rock.
Oh, sorry, Allison. I am just like attracted to spirals though. I love
Okay, full
them,
wide.
which is why I like Iridogorgia so much. And snails. Coral fan.
Bridge nav.
Can we zoom on that
Another step, please.
briefly?
Yep, go ahead, video.
Oh, a lot of,
Wow.
wow.
Popular coral. Prime real estate.
Seriously. It's got a crinoid and a lot of brittle stars.
It's free real estate.
Okay, full wide.
So Allison, what's a lava whirl? We breezed past that.
Yeah, you typically see it in not this type of lava flow. It's more like a fast-moving flow, like a sheet flow. But it's a feature that you can get on the surface of a sheet flow when it starts to cool and you get varying shear stresses across the surface of the flow. And so it actually spins the surface into a spiral. And so you get these like perfect little spirals in lava flows. It's really cool.
Zoom in there.
That's awesome. I hope we see one at some point.
Bridge nav.
You've got an ID on that glass sponge.
One more step, please.
I think so, yeah.
All right, full wide.
Looks like a coral or maybe a long sea pen coming out of the sediment.
Bridge nav. Another step, please.
Very popular area for crinoids. Also known by the names feather stars and sea lilies. I think, did we try and figure out this question before? How far beyond the vehicles does the light extend into the water? Does that depend on
Depends on
different factors?
what's in the water.
Yeah.
Topography a lot of times I feel like limits us. Like you always see a lot further when you're on a flat sandy bottom. Like you'd probably get a pretty bad estimate where we are right here. Yeah, you could look in the Argus view. I mean, there are calculations that you could do that I don't know the equations for off the top of my head of light attenuation.
We're wondering if there's maybe an approximate figure of the radius around, maybe on like a regular sandy bottom, what the radius around Hercules would be.
I'd say, I mean, in terms of, I'd say about 30 meters if it's all sandy or sediment from the setup that we have with these lights.
Can we zoom on one of these coral fans?
Yeah, go ahead, video.
So if you look in the Argus view, Herc is about 3.9 meters long. So if you use that as scale, call it 4 meters.
Okay, thank you.
It's probably like
Full
15
wide.
meters ahead.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What do you say? 30 meters diameter, Steve?
I was thinking, well, I did say 30 meters radius.
Oh, radius.
I was thinking on a, on a lighter, on a just pure sand bottom.
That's the other thing is the lighter sand helps reflect
More of the light.
more of the light.
Also depends on the, there is the sensitivity of the cameras.
You see the rock light up just a second ago? Is that too big?
That one?
Yeah.
It's angular.
Pretty big.
Yeah, I like them.
Yes.
Can I have them?
Please.
Bridge now. Request we hold position.
I think that might be huge.
Yeah.
Go for it.
There's one a little bit smaller right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Keep
too
in
big, I
mind,
think.
this will be your 4th rock.
I
You
know.
don't think it'll fit
This
me
is
by
the important
itself?
spot.
You want to try it?
Yeah, or we can try the one, well, there's one to the up and to the left that's slightly smaller.
But
Well, much
Kevin
more.
really wants that one.
I think it's a good way to end a shift.
Up and to the left.
Right below the lasers.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't even realize we were all the way at the end.
Just about there. I'm starting to think I should change my dialogue with the bridge. With it be bridge now. Kevin sees another rock. Got
They're
it.
like,
We
okay.
will stop the ship. It's true. It's the most excited I've literally ever been to find rocks. Like it's like a treasure hunt, but they're rocks.
Yep. Well, rocks are treasure.
Yeah,
Just waiting for
that's
that.
not a butt.
Zoom in there.
It's like a rock hunt.
Okay. Come wide. The top or the bottom one?
The bottom, please. Yep, definitely a basalt. There's a oxidized front end.
Okay, where's it going?
Will any more rocks fit in the aftmost bin?
Stacking them up.
If-
To give Hercules a limp.
Or is it small enough to go in one of the
It might- I
small
think it might be.
compartments? Okay. If it'll fit in a small compartment, C would be good.
Okay.
Jamie just puts every single sample in one box.
Well, I know how to tell these specific rocks apart, so putting them in the same box makes
Saves
sense.
room.
Then
Yeah,
if we combine rocks from different watches, it'll be harder to know which is which.
true.
There is some logic.
Oh, I knew that.
She's a pro.
Uh-oh.
Tap, tap, tap.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like
Nav,
that was
can
like a
you
gimme
drop
putt.
a target 078?
7-8.
4 rocks. That's a good shift.
Should have just maxed out.
And it is that time of the night. You're going to hear some shuffling in the control van as we switch over our watches. Did you bring those just for that moment? Wow. Congratulations. That was some great folly.
Nice watch, everyone.
Nice work, Steve.
See ya in the morning.
Yeah, so we were the first watch to reach the seafloor of this dive, so we've got plenty of seafloor to go, plenty of exploration, so you can stay with us here at nautiluslive.org. You can send in your questions still, and we will see you during the morning shift when we get back up and, you know, continue to explore the seafloor here north of Jarvis Island in the Pacific Remote Islands Marine National Monument.
Hi, gang. I've heard so. Yep. We'll find out. See what it's like. Whoop. All right. Going towards waypoint 3.
Roger that.
Cool. Yeah, that is a sporty current, isn't it?
Evening, Trevor.
Evening.
I'm going for a 0 bump dive.
Roger. I like it.
Hey, friends.
Let's. Yeah.
Status quo.
After 3, we'll revert to that.
3 a.m. Roger.
No.
I'm just kidding.
After 3 bumps.
I'm just kidding. Roger.
Which I'm sure we'll hit in the first 20 minutes.
Ooh. Okay, I'm ready for action.
What action? All the action. I am already cold. Bad news.
So Trevor, our rock collecting strategies, I'd probably want one more around or before waypoint 3.
Okay.
And then we have 3 left, so we can do like a 1 at waypoint 4 and then 2 at waypoint 5, hopefully.
I've heard we collected a lot of rocks already. Is that true?
We
Yeah,
collected
like
4 already.
Collected 4 rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll just keep collecting rocks.
Well, and then, you know, Suna will let us know. I mean, Steve said, you know, collect any biology you want, and Suna will know what looks unique.
All right.
No pressure.
That's kind of neat. Look at that.
But yeah, we can try to grab a couple as we see that might look interesting, and then probably try to save it for the top. So hopefully it's like last night.
Okay, and zooms, we're just looking at whatever we see that's neat.
Yeah, we'll go and we'll zoom.
Okay, just
try to identify what we can.
Cool, sounds good. Pretty much same thing we've been doing.
Exactly.
Is there any biology Steve passed on to you that we need to keep an eye on?
No, nothing. He just said, you know, it'll probably be pretty much the same as we saw last night.
All right.
Still hot in this van.
Oh, it's nice after being down in the wind chill.
I was like, you want to come over to my seat? It's pretty cold over here.
I would trade you.
Okay.
Should blow some air.
We need some fan action. Palm fronds.
Those like pedal bike fans.
Yeah, can we zoom onto this one just to ground truth ourselves?
The yellow one, just off
Yeah.
to the right. Okay. Let's
Probably the
see,
same one we've seen.
Go ahead and zoom there.
Zooming in.
Ooh, yeah, that is some current there. All right.
Maybe tough on the zooms too if it's moving like that.
Where is the coral guide? Is it there?
Yeah, another coral there.
That's full zoom.
Yeah, these
Yeah,
are
I'm very far away.
These are
Yeah,
tough
come
angles.
Come wide.
Okay.
I think
Let's
this
keep going.
is
Can you stay full wide just for a second?
Full wide.
Just want to line myself up here, right?
Is it a black coral?
There we go.
was
That's
it
better.
another one of the Plexauridae family.
All right.
Yeah, good. Thanks.
Yep.
I was, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Onwards.
Got several sea pens up there and a fish off to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Have they been seeing a lot more of the Oreo type fish, or
Not yet.
mostly
they have-
been?
It's mostly been crinoids.
Okay.
And when they first started, there were a lot of halosaurs.
Oh, it's like the halosaurs. No, they're my favorite.
Fish, don't go away. I can't get to you. Wait for me. We can try a real yonder zoom.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Zooming in.
Hark, what light from yonder fish.
Ooh, did he just grab something?
I don't know if he
I
just
think
got
he just,
shocked.
yeah, reacted to.
Some type of an eel.
Yeah, it looks like, is that the conger?
Little conger eel.
Possibly.
No shell hash yet.
Not yet. Yeah, interesting. Just
Do we
back to that.
expect to see shell?
Well, I mean, it's not too far away from, you know, a stony coral
come wide,
area.
please.
I expect to
What's
see
our
some
bearing
as we
miles?
get higher.
290.
290.
Do you want me
Okay.
to stay my heading?
Yeah, if you're, can you set up for 290, please?
Yeah, there's some sea pens there. If you get a quick
Yeah,
zoom,
we can
you
get a
chance.
quick zoom on them. Yep. Go ahead, Wayne.
Zooming in.
Oh, wait.
Wait, what? Someone said wait.
Sorry, you're good.
Okay. Let me get that into sharp focus. And go in.
Bouncy, bouncy. Sorry. Okay,
That's
come
okay.
on.
Coming up.
Is the current ripping down this?
Yeah.
It's not ripping right now, but I could see how it was.
Hmm.
We just came over a little bump thing, and it's kind of calmed down a bit, but I am fighting it. So we'll see how it goes.
Those
For
sea pins
us.
seem to be really bent over.
Yeah.
Let the record show Trevor used the bump word, but it was not for me.
Well, which this one up here? Can we zoom on that
Yeah,
one?
we can go ahead.
Sure.
Is that just a crinoid with a funky stalk?
Zoom in.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's neat how you can see the.
Well, it is now. Huh.
Brittle stars are holding it down. That's good.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Great, thank you.
All right, come wide.
Coming wide.
Little hook that it has into the rock.
Yeah, looks like this is mostly pillow basalts around this ridge. A little different than the more like sheet flows we had the other night.
Yeah, there are some areas that really look shinier than others.
It's a little fluffy. Is that precious coral just below the lasers?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
You can zoom in there, please, Wayne.
All right, zooming in.
Is that?
Focus. You can see there's something inside of it, like a crab or something.
Is that a precious?
All right, come wide.
Okay, coming wide. Wow.
How's it doing? Doing okay?
We're not moving.
Not moving. Roger.
What are those jumbo-sized brittle stars?
Where you seen them?
A little red. They were just
Just below the lasers.
Just below the lasers on that
Oh,
ledge.
I see them here. I can get back to them. I think they were, I thought they were crinoids, but I could be wrong. Didn't really give them a good look.
Okay.
Go ahead and zoom.
Okay, zooming in.
Some little yellow corals there too.
Yeah.
Brittle stars.
They're just larger.
Yeah, that one on the
Okay,
left.
coming wide.
Neat.
All right. Thank you.
There's a fish. Oh, waiting for the ship. Let's take a look at him.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to
coming
be
down
tough.
current. Go ahead.
Is that a cusk?
Yeah, it looks like it.
He's going down.
He's eddying out.
All right, come wide.
Okay,
hang
come
on.
wide. That was ambitious.
Yeah.
Well done, though.
That's a good example of what the current's doing.
Yeah. Thank you for illustrating that for us, little fishy.
Right. We're Oscar Mike now.
Rob, how would you
Slowly.
describe the topography of basalt
On the
pillows again?
Yeah, but basalt pillows, this is a really large, massive block of something. I think it's a pillow. They're made out of a dike that created this whole ridge that fed it. This might be the feeder dike that...
Westbound and down. Literally down.
This visibility is nice. You can really see the marine snow whipping by.
Mm-hmm.
Great indicator of the water movement.
100% lateral.
Power lateral. Question from a viewer: has Nautilus ever launched Hercules only to encounter little to no visibility? Yup.
Yep.
Tell us about it, Trevor. Where has that happened to you?
In the coastal waters around southern Vancouver Island, off the coast of Vancouver. Working with Ocean Networks Canada Venus project.
Yep.
There's a lot of sediment in that water, and you can't see instrument platforms until they are attached to you because you've hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sometimes can't even see the end of the manip.
Yeah. I just remember sitting stationary, waiting for a lull in the current, you know, and you can time this. There's really well done current models for that area, fairly well constrained. So you know exactly when the slack tide's going to be, and you just wait get down there 15 minutes in advance and sit and wait 15, 20 minutes until you have just enough to reach out and pull a pull pin or grab a hold of something, and then if you miss it and stir up the sediment, 20 minutes more.
Anemone down there to the left.
Yeah, or is that a mushroom coral?
Yeah, mushroom. I think you're right. Yeah, mushroom coral. Good
Zoom in
call.
there, please.
Zooming in.
Yeah, nice.
Nice, nice ID.
Wow, he's really
Yeah, that not being able to see the end of the manip is not an exaggeration.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, I couldn't see your hand in front of your face, fog. It's like, actually can't see the end of the manip.
Yeah.
That's good
All right,
flying.
come on.
Your eyes start to get kind of crazy, like
Oh,
looking at the screen.
sorry.
You're like, am I seeing things? Am I not?
Yeah, exactly.
Very,
it's also home to some of
very
the,
sharp.
not where Herc has gone, but some of the fastest currents in the world, I believe. Fastest tidal currents in the world.
Yeah.
Not at that exact spot, but in the coastal waters between mainland BC and Vancouver Island. There's some spots that focus the currents up to like upwards of 20 knots at certain times, which
Yeah,
is incredible.
there's like standing waves that you can
Yeah.
surf. Yeah.
So is it worth diving if you can't see anything?
Sorry?
Is it worth diving if you can't see anything?
Yeah, you have to time it. There's some slack currents, and you get that little window of opportunity.
We were there working on an engineering project, so you had to dive in exactly that spot to, you know, you couldn't be like, I bet the current will be more gentle over here, or, you know, maybe we could do the timing differently. We were replacing and placing out different benthic experiments and sensors,
Looks
so
like a different coral up to the right.
not a lot of choice.
Oh, no, it's the same thing, I think. Just had a different look to it.
Yeah, it's a lot more sparse.
Yeah.
All right, Wayne, go ahead.
Okay.
Those purple crinoids are so cool.
They're really nice looking.
Little purple and gold, little ghost saints. Gawk Saints I hear for Wayne.
Nice.
What are the crusty white bits at the top?
Mm-hmm.
What are those all about?
They look like little barnacles.
Yeah, they are. Wow.
Yeah, they're barnacles, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, cool. I don't think I've seen that.
There are all kinds of animals there. That's like a crinoid on a brittle star, on a barnacle, on a coral.
I think we collected one of those, not on our watch.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Very cool.
Okay, coming wide.
All right.
Our friends that are on Okeanos, I think, are in that situation right now. The Gulf current is pushed, or the Gulf Stream is pushed in. They're diving in the Atlantic, and so their choices are either like 4 knots of current or diving really shallow where it's really turbid. So hope to get back in the water soon. Continue that expedition.
Yeah, 4 knots of current. That's pretty spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the scientists assures that the sea pen could be the Helopterus.
Where do you see the sea pen?
I wrote that in.
No, the one we saw before.
Oh, yeah,
Down below, that were all bent over.
Cool.
The one we sampled last dive, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You remember you took a snip?
I did.
Yeah, there's a nice little bank of coral here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, this is nice.
What's the Herc depth right here?
Herc depth, 1493 meters.
Crinoids.
And those still crinoids?
Yeah.
These ones? Yeah, fuzzy, fluffy crinoids.
What's the name for a bunch of crinoids? A bouquet of crinoids?
In this case, it looks like.
I nominate that. It's a little fireworks show for all the Americans on board.
4th of July.
Do you have Canada Day fireworks? Is that a thing?
We do, yeah. Absolutely.
It's a big week for fireworks then.
It is, yeah. Pyrotechnics week.
Oh, look at that star. Cool.
That was interesting. You know, sea pen there.
That's a nice looking sea pen.
Yeah.
Very stout.
So if you have poor visibility underwater,
go ahead and zoom.
How do you get to exactly where you want to be?
Maps.
Sounds like a question for Miles.
Sounds like a
Take
question
it,
for
Miles.
Miles.
I can't hear the question.
Tim, could you get your mic a whole bunch closer to your mouth? I think that would help. Okay. Like almost in your mouth.
If you
You're
can't
very
lick
silly.
If you can't lick it, you can't hear you.
All right.
Yeah, but don't lick it.
Don't lick it,
you.
Don't eat it.
So if you have poor visibility and you can't see anything underwater, you have to pick up a piece of equipment. How do you navigate to that spot with no viz? Is it all by sonar or?
Yeah, it's mostly, a lot of it is sonar. I shouldn't say all of it. A lot of it is sonar. A lot of it is repeated dives, like repeated navigation. So they know where they deployed it. They've serviced it a couple times, so you have both surface navigation and sort of multiple subsurface locations, and you can kind of be like, well, we know it's in this area, and then you go down and you hunt for sonar targets, and you approach slowly from down current and pray.
The Ocean Hours Canada team actually have these really impressive, they're technical drawings. I mean, they're art. They're the bearing off of the cable from instrument to instrument. So if you get down there and you have a sonar target 40 meters away and one 10 meters away, they can tell you what, heading, what bearing off of the instrument the connector cable should be at, so that you can just approach things exactly where the connector should be. And then when the visibility clears, like, you know precisely where you are in between the instruments. And every time they're down there, they're retaking those headings and bearings, and then a member of their team redraws these technical drawings anytime something moves. So the next time they go out there, they think it's a paper map, it's in a binder when they come to
And you know
search that
exactly
equipment.
what that instrument looks like and sort of what its sonar signature should be once you get up close.
Yes. Is that another long coral over there to the left? Looks like more of a whip.
A whip. Oh, I see it there, yeah. I'll frame that up.
Quite tall.
Yeah, the first time I saw those paper maps, it looked like some doodle in MS Paint.
Yeah.
But it was so helpful.
And they're so precise.
Oh, no, it's a crinoid
It's just a base of a crinoid stem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Covered in brittle stars.
Oh, yeah, the stripy thing is...
Go ahead and zoom in on the brittle stars on the crinoid.
Okay, come
Bye.
in.
Off. Bye now.
That behavior is so weird.
They're shy.
They know.
Looks very old.
Does.
It's not very nice, Tuna.
I'm sorry.
It's trying its best, all right?
Maybe we need to drink some more water, do some more stretches. Wear its sunscreen.
All right.
It's doing its best. Oh.
Yeah.
Team, I would like you to know that we've been complimented as the very professional watch.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
What's that saying about the other two?
Thank you.
Holy smokes.
I love my game.
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
I am very impressed. A viewer says that the Ocean Hours Canada limited visibility work sounds a lot like oil field work.
Huh. I'm actually not familiar with oil field work. It's probably, I wonder what the visibility is like in oil field work. I don't know.
I mean, it depends where the installation is, I'm sure. Could be really muddy, really soft.
I can imagine the North Sea being crazy.
Gulf of Mexico is pretty murky.
Is it really?
Can be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really have to make sure your lights are off center from your camera so you don't get a lot of reflective, what's that called? Yeah, reflection back off of
backscatter.
the backscatter off of the snow. We've
That's
made
why we
that
have
mistake a couple times.
That's why we have a light bar.
Yay.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a coral down there.
Yeah. Can you
On the left?
zoom in on the left? Yeah.
One in the little, in the groove?
Yep.
Yeah, Primknight looking.
Sure, yeah, I think I can find him.
Is your guide still missing, Megan?
No, I found it.
Go ahead.
Good.
Sea star.
Are you ready for me? Oh, look at that cool sea star.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a nightmare. He's eating it.
The other one's bailing out.
But it doesn't look dead.
No, just nibbling.
Just nibbling. Stomach can only wrap around so much at once.
Wow. Is that the Norella thing again?
I don't know.
You want him to get that one?
Okay, which one? Sorry?
No, I thought she was going to ask you to get it.
No,
I'm like,
no, I
that's
wasn't.
between a rock
That's
and a
hard.
hard place. Literally.
Just want you to knock off the Sea Star.
It's like, oh no.
So, yeah, it's
That'd be hard
there.
mode. Speaking of Ocean Networks Canada stuff, I've dropped things that I needed to not drop in spots like that before and had to fish them out blind. It was not very fun.
Yes.
Ooh, there's an urchin
One of
is
our
that on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Primknight again.
Here's another
Okay.
slime star, I think.
Yeah. Yes, it
Oh,
is.
good call.
Oh,
One of our shipmates, Will Sellers, had one of the best no-viz grabs I've ever seen. He had to pick up a baited trap, and it had just sunk into the mud. And he just reached out in the total darkness and scooped back and pinned it against the front of the porch. And they
That's
caught
awesome.
it right then. That's a really cool sponge.
Yeah.
Little vase sponge. We haven't seen a lot of those yet.
I like this,
What is this?
basaltic
Yeah.
columnar basalt. Is
Yeah,
that what it's
this
called?
is almost columnar. Yeah, this is really, look at that.
That's
Beautiful.
wild. They seem sort of more rounded than some of the others that we've seen. Not sharp edges on these columns.
Is that because it's rounded off from the water, you think? Spicy current, or is it
I'm not
how it came out?
sure.
Extra manganese?
I'll,
And a stick.
You sound like you know what you're talking about.
the current rounding sound seems to make sense.
Oh, that's a big stick on the bottom.
You know, the old curly Q,
No way.
some more sea pens.
There's a cool little nook.
Yeah, I feel like this is a really mid-range amount of just kind of like abundance, just
Yeah.
frequency of them. You know, this isn't crazy like we saw, but this is a lot more than
You
we've
see
seen on
the
a lot
purple
of
one
others.
down on the right there, the big
Down
purple?
on the right.
Wayne, could
Just
you,
to the right of the lasers now?
Yeah,
could you iris up on Argus?
they look a little different.
How's that?
That looks good. Thanks, Wayne.
Thank you.
Okay.
You talking dead center
Yep,
now?
exactly.
Yeah.
Dead on.
Okay, stand by, Wayne.
Standing by.
look a little different.
Okay, let's go in there.
Okay, bump it. Wow.
Just two different ones, or?
Like,
Oops.
super pink.
Looks like Chrysogorget.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So neat that they can Chrysogorget can come in so many shapes or so many colors. Right.
At this.
Okay, come wide, please. I should move along.
At that angle, looking straight down on it, the focus is so sensitive. I can focus either on the top or the bottom,
but not both.
And it makes the whole thing look kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. This is a tough angle.
Not the best angle.
Yeah.
Anemone? Yeah.
Yeah.
A huge anemone.
Yeah.
Massive. Rob, can you talk to us a little bit about columnar basalt? What would create formations, or what types of conditions would create columnar basalt?
Well, it's usually like a more massive flow, or kind of a thick flow.
Okay.
That's allowed to cool very slowly, or relatively slowly, compared to the pillow basalts we see here. If you think about it, have you ever seen a mud puddle when it dries up? You see all the cracks and little hexagons or octagons, hexagons actually. It kind of dries up and shrinks. It's the same sort of thing with the columnar basalt. As it cools, it shrinks and contracts, and it does these nice little perfect hexagons. Oh, there's a nice one.
Is this a Gorgia? Yeah. The one below it? Something Gorgia?
Yeah, what is that? This is a
Go
great
ahead and
spot
The one
here.
below
Look
it
at
is
these.
a basket star.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ed. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's a
wow.
lot of basket.
That's a cool basket star. Good view on it.
The basket stars are so hard to focus on.
Yeah.
Because they're so deep.
It's like Medusa.
Beautiful.
Small corals off the left look a little different too.
This precious coral top left?
No, to the right.
To the right.
It looks.
I heard
This
left.
little stuff looks a little different.
These
Right
little guys?
there, yeah.
Oh, the ferns.
Yeah.
Let's bump in on those. Let's see how well I can get it.
They look like hydrates. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
We got some snails on them for our snail guys.
All right, come wide, please.
Coming wide.
Awesome basket star.
Wow.
Well, this is a nice view.
Is that only our second basket star? We had that other really big one.
Yeah, some of the other watches have seen some. I was going through some highlights, but I don't remember seeing another one.
I have a good feeling about this watch. I feel like I'm going to find some place to scare Miles.
It's good to have goals.
If you get the tether caught on something, it's not my fault.
No, it's totally my fault.
Could be mine.
It could be yours, yeah.
Look at that lower
Couple
C-pen to
C-pens.
the right. What is
yeah,
that? It's a little
that's
different.
great.
Is it
The
a
one-
bathy too?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Really?
The one really
In the
anchored
sediment?
there.
I'm not sure though.
Go ahead and zoom.
But it's on the sediment. Doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, no, that's
No, it's a
definitely
C-pen.
a C-pen.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Sure.
great. Great look at its anchor point there.
Yeah.
Not really a hold fast in sediment. Maybe it's called the same thing. I'm not actually sure.
We're at a local maximum.
I think that is a Penatula C-pen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I trust you.
Mind if I
It's
snag a couple?
I'm trusting the guide.
It should be keep going up slope here, so okay.
Yeah, it's a local max, but there's another more
Okay.
stuff off yonder there.
Yeah, this is pretty rich with lots of coral here.
Yeah, really impressed. So we may collect some coral samples. We are looking for things that are unique or that we haven't seen so far on our expedition or on the dive. So collecting a actual species lets us do a lot of analysis that you can't do from visual analysis. Many of these species you can only tell apart by looking at their spicule structure. Spicule are the little, not spicules, those are glass sponges, and how you tell glass sponges apart. The sclerites, which are the little calcium carbonate sort of building blocks within the skeleton, and you can see how they're arranged, whether they make whorls or are
I'll line you up there, Wayne.
vertical,
I can
horizontal.
get centered.
And in order to do that, you need to be able to bring a sample back to a scanning electron microscope and also do you need a sample as well for things like genetic studies, DNA barcoding, sequencing, all of those steps that go into sort of a modern study, a modern taxonomy of species. So we'll be looking for unique things. May collect some as we continue along. The two lasers are, Jake, what are the two lasers for? Somebody else answer this. Yeah.
They are for sizing whatever we grab or whatever we sample or take images of. The two lasers are located 10 centimeters apart, and we can use it to scale all the samples.
How come it looks like they're meeting? It's just
because of it's like an optical illusion.
Yeah.
It's perception.
Mm-hmm.
Think of if you stand in the middle of a railroad.
Or look down a really long
railroad
street.
Tracks. Yeah. If you know the rails are parallel as they go off into a distance, but it appears that they meet at a point the further away you look. So these beams are in fact parallel. They are 10 centimeters apart, and they help us identify whether we're looking at a big fish that's far away or a little fish that is very close.
Yeah, and on our previous conversation of visibility, sometimes, especially as it gets more turbid, or as the visibility goes down, judging distance can be really hard. So are those rocks far away where you see the two 10-centimeter dots really close together? Or, you know, sometimes in the cameras it can get kind of tricked if there's more in the water, and they could be much, much closer. Just kind of your eyes playing tricks on you. So those scaling lasers can back up our pilots as just another piece of information about how far they're able to see, how far away different features are. In addition to the sonars, which are great, using sound to, quotey fingers, see underwater beyond the light pool.
And Jake, just want to warn you too, if you're standing in the railroad tracks and there's one light coming at you, get out.
Yeah.
I kind of think Wayne doesn't like you because he wants you to stand in the middle of the railroad tracks.
That's not
Constant
true.
bearing, decreasing range. Yeah.
This is not true.
I don't even got a smirk out of Miles. I see you smirking over there, Miles.
I wasn't paying attention.
Fish up top.
Oh, yeah. You want to...
He's into the beans.
Yeah, we haven't seen many fish here. I'm really
Into
surprised.
the beans. Let's zoom on the fish, please.
Zoom in on the fish.
Ooh.
Gusky.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's
Cusky?
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm at the end of my leash.
Yeah, okay. All right, come in wide.
Just started to pull you just a little bit.
It's all right. I think we got a few good in focus frames. One or two.
A lot of your tether's being taken up by current.
Totally, yep. Nice big belly.
Is there a lot of currents right now?
There's a lot of current right now. There's enough that I can't lateral and keep position, so I gotta have to turn due north and drive every now and then and work my way back north.
You're, what, 3/4 stick? Full
full stick.
And doing half a knot? That is slow.
Yeah.
So is that almost a knot current then?
Probably, yeah.
That's impressive.
Thanks, Megan.
You're welcome.
Looks like a little less coral up here. Maybe that little promontory was just a nice little focusing.
Or maybe they want to avoid this heavy of a current, or they can't grow big enough or something.
Here's a question for Trevor.
Oh.
Have you ever desired more powerful engines so that you could fight the current more or make better ground in current like this?
Yes and no. It's not trivial to make it bigger because then everything on the whole ROV gets bigger. So you need a bigger foam block, you need a bigger frame, you need more, probably a bigger 6.8
Need a bigger
Okay.
crane on the ship.
Everything gets bigger in a hurry. You change one little thing like that, and everything
Yeah.
gets really big. So yeah, it'd be nice, but it would not be worth the other drawbacks.
Yeah,
Is that a
understood.
bamboo coral down the left? The whip?
Down and the left.
The stick.
Oh, I see it there, yeah. Let's try it, find out.
Because I saw one similar like that down below.
How much efficiency could you get with some hydrodynamic foiling?
Hydrodynamic which?
Like a
just
spoiler
fairings,
on the back?
Yeah, just, streamline it.
Go ahead and zoom. I would say minor.
Not like an extra half knot.
I don't think so. I don't know, though. I'm not really good on that.
That's a tough one.
Because right now, the water's able to flow through the vehicle. Wow.
Oh.
And it's able to bounce around and bounce my video.
Okay, coming wide.
Thanks for the try.
Yeah, always try. It's able to flow through the vehicle, so if it was all funneled around, it'd be, it'd be smoother, but it might be more drag, and I don't know the answer to that. I'd have to make a model.
So imagine you're trying to push a toaster through a stream. Yeah.
With a cookie warmer.
Yeah, it's got to be.
plugged in.
It's got to be a deluxe toaster.
The cookie warmer is deployed.
Yeah.
Bump it, Wayne.
While it's plugged in.
You guys remember the magic
No.
toasters? Yeah, no. We like our viewers. Please don't throw. Yeah. Nautilus Live did not endorse the idea to put a plugged-in toaster in the stream. It's like the little small print. What happens if Hercules runs into a rock, Trevor? Does that happen? Talking about.
He's going to show us. He is. Ah, no. Don't
Oh!
Just kidding. I'll throw you a bone, whatever.
Ouch.
Boop.
Nice.
My
Okay.
neck.
That's what happens. Herc's all rubberized. Well, in
Yeah.
the spots that are made
Actually,
for
let
running
me-
into rocks.
I was
Just want to say, Jake had an hour of stick time last night and didn't hit a thing, which is amazing.
Out of wave.
So awesome job.
shake.
I think he was trying, though.
Trying to hit something?
Yeah.
Hope
Oh,
not.
look at that star.
Oh, it's a star. Oh, a star.
Left star.
Yeah.
Left side.
Is it this slime?
Looks like it.
Me?
looks like chicken skin to me. All right. Yeah.
Go ahead and zoom.
Zooming in. Yeah.
Looks like he's covered in manganese nodules, too.
Yeah, he's definitely.
He's mimicking that marble
he's
texture.
Yeah, I'll say.
He's definitely chicken skin.
Ah, current.
Okay, coming wide.
This current's got to be like 40 amps.
Wow.
I'm sorry, it's stupid.
Is that three-phase?
Yeah. What's the voltage? Turn it up to
not a
11.
voltage.
Trevor's like, that's the last time I'm teaching them anything. See, they end up using it against you.
No more engineering for you.
Lots of pillows here.
Yeah, neat.